I would like to thank everybody for still being here tonight, and even the people that were doing the hard work. I'm not a teacher. I'm a small business owner, and I have not had the privilege of having my own children yet. I have been helping raise my niece and my nephew due to health problems in the family. My nephew is just started the 2nd grade. He has had the Common Core all through his elementary education. Every teacher, not only his teachers, but every teacher in the school, other schools, anybody I've ever talked to that's either taught kindergarten or 1st grade cannot stand these new math standards, these new way that they have to teach, where they're not allowed to be able to have actual interaction with the children. But they're not allowed to come in here and tell you that because they're afraid they will be fired. Most of the teachers that would come and say how wonderful it is, how great it is, they're not in a classroom. They're not the ones that actually teach it, and if they are, they're in the upper grades who hasn't started it yet. That's what I know from my personal experience for this. The question I have about the testing, so far I have not heard anything whether the information on the testings that will be given is required to be truthful or accurate. And I know there are lots of inaccuracies in textbooks right now in schools, because there's nothing that says they have to have truth in the textbooks. I'm sorry, but I'm not very good at public speaking. I'm very nervous, but this was just way too important for me not to come up here. I have heard a lot about the college and career readiness today, and I think it might need to be called something a little different, maybe college or career. From what I understand of all this testing, by the children's test scores, they will know whether your child will be ready to go to college, or they will be able to go straight into a career. And so it seems like someone else will be deciding that for us as parents, as aunts, uncles, grandparents, as the child themselves. It seems that they won't be having a say anymore whether they want to go to college or not by these test scores. And that really, really upsets me. I was a horrible student, I'll tell you. I went to college right out of high school. I did horribly. I went to the workforce for a little while, went back to college and graduated with honors. It's not for everyone at all the times. Not everyone needs to be, I believe, as the lady just before me said, that people need to raise mathematicians and engineers. I don't want to raise a mathematician or an engineer unless that's what they want. Graduating from kindergarten, our little one said, when at the end of the school year, they videotape everyone, and they ask everybody, what do you want to be when you grow up? So many of the little boys are baseball players, basketball players, they want to be a fireman. Our little guy said he wanted to be a librarian, and that just blew me away. And he loves to read. He reads to his little sister now. But I don't think that's because of the core. Just sitting here I sat all the way through the first hearing. I've been here for this entire hearing. And I just wanted to be put on the record. It's not for you guys that you're still here, but I'm very disappointed in how these hearings have been handled. I always thought these type of things have to have fair and balanced arguments, and that has not even come close. It was a little rough on the first hearing. Today was a complete joke. And it makes me feel like I'm not important. And I am tired of people telling everybody else what's best for my family when I am the one who knows what's best for my family. It's not your guys' business, I'm sorry. It's just not. And the only other question I have really is, I've tried for a long time to find experts to talk to on both sides of the argument when this first started. Someone from the Corps, whoever wrote the Common Core standards, someone from the Chief State School Officers or the National Governors Association Center. But even today, nobody came. There's nobody we can talk to, nobody we can ask questions about. You're about the closest person. The lady from the PTA is the closest person we've got to get any kind of answers. And when I saw Glenda Ritz at the State Fair, I asked her who could I talk to get answers for what's true and what's facts for each side that's going on, because it's so confusing. And she directed me to contact the head of the Indiana PTA. And I have not had a chance to find out. Now I know who she is, and just from being here today. But there is nobody we can talk to for answers. I talked with Representative Baining at a meeting one time, asked him where he's gotten his information about all this kind of stuff. He said he doesn't have any information. He's never looked up any information. This was before all the hearings started. So why can we not get answers to our questions? And where did all the experts come from that were here, that have been either here the first hearing or the second hearing, on both sides? Did a certain group have to find their own experts for each side, pro and con? And who was it that did that, is what I would like to know. But I know a lot of the times you have to pay for experts to come from out of state and all this. So I was just wondering. There was one more thing, but I forgot what it was going to be. So.
Thank you. Any questions of the witness? Thank you very much for testifying. Appreciate you being here. Okay, next we have Sherry